たも歴史が好きかい？
何しに来たの？
この辺で終わりです。
知ってることばっかで退屈の授業だ。
楽しい時間。
何しに来たの？
誰がいようと関係ない。
ピリッとした空気。いいピリッとした空気。いい
誰がいようと関係ない。
集中しなさい。
クローリー、何し
この辺で終わりです。
ま、こんなところかしら。
ほらほら、おい。
何しに来たの？
ピリッとした空気。
いい
何しに来たの？
もちろん緊張しています。これは
やっぱりついてない。僕を見張りに？
皆さん、意外と集中し。
お疲れ様でした。次も頑張りましょう。
楽しい時間。
僕を見張りに？何しに来たの？僕を見張りに？
もちろん緊張しています。
学園の歴史も知りたいな。
僕を見張りに？
ピリッとした空気。
皆さん、
いいね。
意外と集中し。
お疲れ様でした。次も頑張りましょう。
楽しい時間。
僕を見張りに？何しに来たの？僕を見張りに？
集中しなさい。
国を繁栄させるのは
学園の歴史も知りたいな。
集中しなさい。
皆さん、意外と集中し。
終わりこそ美しく。フィン。
課題はやってきま。
やっぱりついてない。
問題ないわ。
これは
あなたも歴史が好きかい？
もちろん緊張しています。
あなたも歴史が好きかい？
あら、何かご用？
皆さん、意外と集中し。
終わりこそ美しく。フィン。
Testing, testing. Hello,
ほら
guys.
ほら、おい。
やっぱりついてない。
ピリッとした空気。
お勤めご
I
苦
know
労
this is
様。
gonna be really loud. Just bear with me. I promise it'll be better after we're done. Hi, Sunbathing Cat. First, hi. Very excited. Hi, Spampire. Gotta love the lesson speed up feature. Yes, I don't know if it can go any faster than this now. Like, I know there was an update about that, but yeah, we'll just let this finish. I know it's really loud. The audio will be better afterward, I promise.
やっぱりついてない。
Hello, Rosestorm. Rosestorm, thank you for being a member on YouTube. I saw that you joined
学園の
when I
歴
did
史
God
も
of
知り
War,
たい
and
な。
I was so surprised. I'm like, I can't believe someone joined YouTube membership. So I have a bunch of emotes now that you should be able to use, and so I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll post the emotes in the chat just so people can see them, because people may have not have
何しに来たの？
well, people wouldn't have seen them before because they were only on Twitch. What am I talking
学園の歴史も知りたいな。
やっぱりついてない。
Oh man. But yeah, you should be able to use those emotes now, so I hope that you enjoy them. I guess this is a good time to thank the other members as well on Twitch. Payton, Vetigree, Aeon, Pepperfish, Black Omen, and Q-Horde yesterday for subbing on Twitch as well. But, okay, now I'm gonna start recording because we are past the lessons. Okay, so here's the plan for today. We are going to continue, hopefully, knock on wood, all of book 2 of Glorious Masquerade. Probably not any further than that, because I do like to keep streams, you know, contained and all of that stuff, like, to what we're actually, like, I don't want to start, like, half of book 4, and it's like, oh, this is the book, like, or sorry, half of book 3, and it's like, oh, this is all of book 2, and like 3 chapters of book 3. Like, I like to keep things organized, right? So we will do book 2. We do need to check in every once in a while on our Culinary Crucible. I hate this event. I hate this event with everything I have in my heart. I think that whoever invented it was a masochist For some reason, no matter how much I play, even if I log in every 2 hours and do things as efficiently as possible, somehow I still feel like I'm failing, and I don't know how to win. I don't know how anybody can get all of the tokens you need for that key. It is the most horrible experience. Twisted Wonderland related experience. Like, Sunbathing Cat says in the YouTube chat, I love Twitch so much, but God, do I hate the gameplay. I don't mind the gameplay most of the time, but this is a little bit like, we have gone too far with Culinary Crucible. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Because the other thing you have to think about is the way the devs intended this, right? Was that you figure out the recipes by trial and error, right? Obviously, we have the internet, so I don't do that. I just go on Tumblr and somebody tells me what the recipes are. But they intended to make it, right, trial and error, so that wastes even more time. So I don't know how in like the 4 days that this event was running, how you could possibly get all the ingredients you need. Because not only do you need 500 for the ending, which I'm just trying to do the ending, I don't care about all that other stuff. Oh, hold on, this is not the shop. You also need, where is it? You need 1,000 for the key, you need 350 for that key, and now they have all of this furniture and stuff, so I don't know how anyone can actually accomplish this. It's crazy. My sister is a chef, she helps me guess all the recipes. That's hilarious. I just go on Tumblr and find people that did the event in Japan. Oh, sorry, YouTube chat. I'm so glad you're streaming on YouTube. Thank you. It's where I do most of my viewing. No problem, no problem. I am this close to getting monetized, and I will be so happy getting monetized on YouTube, even if I only make like $5. We only need 100 more YouTube subscribers, which is like only? But like, I believe in my heart that we can do it, especially now that I'm streaming more consistently. So I appreciate it. I can't stand this event. Thank you, Lexi. I got all of them. Rose Storm, that's crazy. You'll have to tell me how, because I don't know. Which do you hate more, this or the music in Moana 2? I think this just because I need to do it, Bob. Good question, but I think it has to be this, right? Because, Twisted Wonderland has an archive, right? So I'm pretty sure that this is an encore, but as you can see, my archive is full. So I have to do this against my will, because I like to know that my archive, like I've never missed an event or a story or whatever, right? I can live with the cooking event, but the worst part is that they made it like 4 times a day, exactly, right? I just don't know, I don't know, maybe I'm playing very inefficiently or something. I can help, I got all the keys and perfumes already. Like, maybe I'm doing something wrong, because my strategy is to use the low ingredients first, right? So I would do something like this. Use the low ingredients, and then, like, use low to high. But then, I don't know, it just feels like it's not developing fast enough. Like, the recipe's not working fast enough, you know what I mean? This one, I fucked up the cutlet, and I put the wrong thing by accident. That's the only reason why that's wrong, but... yeah, I don't know. This is just the bane of my existence. Like, I don't know, because I don't think I'm supposed to use the high ingredients first, right? Because it's still low. Would it be lowbrow to say nothing is worse than this? No. They're running a second event after this one, so more suffering. What do you mean a second event? Like a second, like an encore? Or just another, like a different event? But yeah, it just feels so slow, and then I'm out of meat, like, I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. Like I said, like, maybe it's something that I'm doing. Like, at this point, now that the skill's at 24%, should I be using medium ingredients? Like, is there some sort of, like, threshold where, okay, if you're over this amount, you should be using silver now instead of the brown ones? I mean, I guess the only thing I have low is the meat, but... yeah, I hate this event. I'm just trying to get the 500. The best thing about this event is getting all picky eaters. Even if your dish glows, they give you one look and call it trash. Wait a minute, so they eat differently? I didn't realize that. So they all have different, like, eating preferences? This 60% is where you get 3 stars. Okay, as far as I know, my best strategy was using low quality ingredients until 40%, then only afterward using high quality ones. Oh, I see. Okay, so use low quality for up to 30, then between 30 and 50, use silver between 50. Okay, I'm gonna pin that, actually. I'm gonna screenshot that. Hold on. With Trey and someone else, it's about the spice. That's diabolical. Okay, I'm gonna Culinary. Oh my god, I can't spell. Culinary. Crucible. Okay. At this point, you don't need to use all gold ingredients to get 10 from each person. You can use a gold and a bronze. Okay. That, I think, that might be what I've been doing wrong in the past. Yeah, like, now that you mention it, like, maybe that's been the error of my ways. What's going on over here? Okay, we have 1 silver potato, that's fine. Vil always looks at you like you gave him a plate of garbage. Overnight, have your guys do 6-hour hunt for meat. Yeah, that's a good, that's what I usually do, but sometimes I forget, so that's a good thing too. I'm reading this out in case you guys are also struggling. Yeah, doing the longest one overnight is best. But yeah, the only reason why I reached so high on the steak was because I was farming the steak for, like, for the gems. But yeah, I have most of the recipes unlocked now, except for the one where I, fucked up the thing. But yeah, Culinary Crucible. Oh, Culinary Crucible. Because now I'm like, well, do I waste my silver ingredients on these things? Or do I... Because now there's, like, a mix of silver cheese and, like, all of that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we trying to be that strategical? Like, there's 1 gold potato. Thank you, Michael, for the follow. But yeah, we won't do too much of this. I will do this when I am off stream. I just wanted to vent about how Culinary Crucible is ruining my life. And how it pains me. And it makes me sad. I just want to get enough points to get, like, the story for my archive. Like, that's all I want to do, and I'll be happy. So, what are they getting right now? Okay, I think that the excursion I put them on is for the flour, so I can do that recipe that I messed up. You get most coins from a recipe that has hit 100. Okay, so I think that that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to keep, like, using my other ingredients because they disappear anyway. But then, like, if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna just farm the steak. Like, because there's only 2 ingredients. It's the meat and the onion. Or is that garlic? I don't know. So yeah, I think I'll do something probably like that. Yeah, there's one recipe that only uses 2 ingredients, which means you don't have to spend as much real-world time to get 30 coins. Yeah, exactly. So I think that I'm gonna do that if I find myself crying and shaking later. Shaking, crying, throwing up. Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay, so I have meat and the egg, but I don't have... Okay, so we're not gonna make anything else for now, because I want to make sure I'm able to make the cutlet at least once. But yeah, so after we get this one done, so I can make the cutlet, we'll just farm the steak in the garlic. It's garlic, right? Yeah, the garlic. We will just farm the steak. One other great thing is the stories on why certain characters decided to join. Azul joined out of spite because he kept telling the Monster Lounge cooks that they were doing things wrong. And he was met with, you don't even know how to use a knife, and he took it personally. That's funny because even though I have all the stories saved, I've never read them. Which sounds like Calvin, why? I don't know, I guess in my head I thought one day I would do an entire stream which was just reading Culinary Crucible. But Culinary Crucible is also, like, not that serious. In a sense, too. So, yeah, it's just... Anyways, let's get into... But no, Rose Storm, you're perfectly fine. Not over-eager at all. It's actually very helpful because, like, this event drives me crazy. But now that you said it, I'm like, oh, yeah, people do probably just farm the steak and, like, screw all the other things because, you know, getting perfect on all of them is probably more of a waste of time. If you want the keys and not the completionist of all of the missions... You probably are just gonna want to farm the one which has 2 ingredients. So that probably makes a lot of sense. Like, that probably makes a lot more sense than what I've been doing, which is trying to complete a run. A Culinary Crucible run. I did the acknowledgement section for my book today. Well, that's exciting, Bob. I'm very excited for this. Like, I can't wait to read it. I'm pretty sure you said yourself, like, publishing it, right? I will have to get it on my, Kindle. But yeah, only being 4 days, like, it feels like a scheme. Like, it feels like a scam. They want us to fail, you know? They want us to fail the Culinary Crucible. But yes, okay, so let's get started. If you see me talking to myself, I promise I'm not. I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Subbing on YouTube would be nice if you're watching on Twitch, but if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably subbed already, so. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Oh god, I have to read all this myself again. I forgot. Okay. This is gonna be interesting because I ran out of, like, this is so random. I'm sorry. I ran out of the stomach acid medication that they put me on for when I got, like, my cough and stuff. And so it'll be interesting to see if my cough comes back or if it just, like, it's gone now. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll see after today. I do feel a little nasal drippy, which is not nice. But yeah, I have an audition on Wednesday, so after today, I'm going on basically like vocal rest. I'm gonna edit tomorrow and I'm gonna edit on Tuesday. Okay, now I believe Group A consisted of myself, Deuce, and Epal, correct? Yes, sir, I'm ready when you are, Azul. Where should we start? Do either of you have anything you'd especially like to do? I'm not sure. I haven't been on many trips before. Same. But I guess I'd like to do something you can only do here. Rather vague answers, but not unexpected ones. I had a feeling you wouldn't have any specific ideas. Damn, like, what are you? That's a little shady. Ian's server is rushing all the events to catch up with JP servers. Yeah, I have heard about that. I don't think I'm gonna catch up. Okay, so I talked about this. I know, sorry, we're off topic again. We just started. I talked about this in the Genshin stream yesterday, but I may not be here for the entirety of 2026. So my goal with Twisted Wonderland and Genshin is really to kind of just, you know, obviously play at my own pace, but catch up as much as I can. And then when I get back, it'll kind of be the same thing which we've been doing right now, right? We're going through old events that I did when I was in school, and I made sure to complete them so we could back read them, right? So it'll be a similar situation to that, but it's gonna suck because, like, now finally Twisted Wonderland is gonna catch up with JP and I won't be here. But then again, catching up with JP may actually be good because I think that JP has less events than we do, but they make us do more events because they've been stressed out about getting us caught up. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Twisted Wonderland will be calmer when they're actually in sync compared to now where I have like a million events backlogged to do. But anyway. You're in luck, though. I did research beforehand and formulated some plans. Now, if you ask me what should be prioritized on a trip, I would say gustatory, olfactory, and tactile experience. Okay, so eating, smelling, tactile, I think. You can't get through those books, or you can't get those through books or the internet, after all. That is true. I believe cuisine is the most efficient way to understand a local culture since it develops according to the region's very soul. I like that, Azul. I think that's nice. And yes, I will be watching and hopefully reacting to the anime. That's another thing, where if it starts in October and it's 12 weeks, hopefully the anime will be done. Like, it's 12 weeks because it's 12 episodes. Hopefully I'll be able to finish reacting to the anime before I leave, because it would be really awkward if I do, like, up to episode 11 and then by episode 12 I'm gone. But again, none of this is confirmed yet. That's why I haven't talked about it on the Calxiyn Cares Too Much channel or anything. Like, I'm not trying to freak people out yet. I've been keeping it just to the Twitch chat, like, explaining this, but, you know, we'll see what happens. What would the two of you say to that approach? I'm losing you both, aren't I? I'm suggesting we go eat some of the local foods. Oh, I get it now. Sounds good to me. I was just getting a little hungry. I'm up for that too. I trust you have the Fleur map. Oh god, I forgot how to say this too. The Fleur City maps you were given beforehand. Let's visit the busiest part of town first. Okay. Azul's a foodie at heart? Yeah, for sure. I mean, because, like YouTube chat was saying, the mom owns a restaurant, right? So it makes sense. Wow, just look at this place. It's incredible. You know, harvesting's in the Shaftlands too, but the streets and houses here look so different. Oh, look at all the masquerade masks! And like, the houses, they look so French, like they, you know, I'm thinking about Beauty and the Beast, but I'm sure they look Hunchback-ish as well, right? But yeah, I love the beads and just all the festival stuff, it's so cool. I wonder if it's this busy because of the festival. Hardly. Your city is always bursting with life. Right, so I think for him we did a really sort of slow, drawn-out voice, right? Why, hello there, Rolo. You have impeccable timing. We were hoping to sample some of your iconic food, sorry. French, yes, the pinnacle of exotic food. France, iconic foods to better acquaint ourselves with the city itself. Well, if I were to name something representative of our city, it would be bread, I take it. I did a little research on your fair city before we left. Ooh, very industrious of you. It's nothing so grand, really. Would you be willing to recommend a bakery to us? Wait, bread? I mean, I like bread as much as the next guy, but we can get that anywhere. Hard to imagine it as an iconic food. Yeah, I don't know. The breads from the cafeteria and the school store are great, and what I can get in the and what I can get in the Kingdom of Roses is just as, huh? But then you smell the food, right? The aroma. You smell that? Whoa, something smells amazing. It's making me super hungry. We may need to have a lunch break during this stream if they're gonna talk about food the entire time. I have my food upstairs already, but I think that this book is 15 chapters, so we'll try to do it down the middle. Cal, how has your summon luck been? I did not do any summoning for Masquerade. Like, I didn't summon for Rolo, and I only summoned for book 7 to get Malleus. I know that like there was that like really fancy Lilia card, but because I didn't understand what was going on and like what was so special about Lilia, I didn't pull for it. So hopefully they'll come back someday. But yeah, I haven't been pulling for anything because I'm like, I have no connection to this. I don't understand why Lilia's here wearing like a gargoyle mask, you know what I mean? Me too, it hit me the moment I caught a whiff of that goodness. I detect a strong scent of butter as well as a pleasant aroma of bread baking. There's a long-standing bread baking... what? There's a long-standing bakery. I was gonna say bread baking tradition. I was just making stuff up, like me when I spread misinformation. He was not saying that at all. There's a long-standing bakery I'm rather partial to nearby, and it smells like they just finished baking a fresh batch. Let's pay them a visit. Oh. To be continued. Hi Arnold, how's it going? Whoa, check out all the pastries. Save your gems, Ruggy cleaned me out and didn't even come home, never pulling for the trash puppy again. Oh no, Spam, I'm sorry to hear that. I had insane luck when this banner was going on. I got Edia on the first pull, even though I wasn't pulling for him. I got Azul and Malleus hadn't even been on the banner yet. Like, because obviously they're all on the banner, even if it's, like, not their banner yet. This was, like, that was my most iconic luck, and I think I've used up all of my luck ever since. This is, like, 10 times better than any of the bakeries on Sage Island. Actually, it's probably more like 20 times better. They do have a surprisingly large selection. We have a long tradition of bread baking in Fleur City. Our flour has been milled by a wood mill on the edge of town since the days of old. Is this the wood mill that Frollo burns down in the movie that they're talking about? Our bakers use the freshest flour, which shows in the final product. There are a number of famous bakeries here. More recently, they started using a water mill on the Soleil to mill flour as well. Demand creates supply, and supply creates demand. A truly wonderful cycle. Now that I know every step of the process is done here, I'm even more interested in trying some. I'm pleased to hear it. It's a privilege to be able to see you with a glimpse into our culture. Why is is Rolo being so nice now? But then to Malleus, like, I feel like that, like, he's being a little too chill at this moment, you know? Honestly, I could skip the history lesson and just bite into a whole honkin' loaf right now. Thanks, capitalism, man, exactly. Come now, shouldn't you boys be taking this time to learn about Fleur City? I'm sure Riddle and Vil impressed upon you what a valuable learning opportunity this is. It's not all fun and games. Oh, but they're so hungry. Okay, that wasn't me. Me either, which means... Okay, so Azul's also hungry. I also love the little pearls on its glasses. Like, I know I've talked about their outfits before, I think, when I pulled for them, but they did such a good job incorporating the little mermaid-ness into Azul's outfit, but also making it masquerade, you know what I mean? Like, look at those little, like, he has a little glasses chain. I want glasses chains to make a comeback. I actually saw there's this website that is selling, like, official Disney Princess branded glasses, and they have Belle glasses, and they also have a little Belle chain. Now, I like my glasses because they're, see-through, right? Like, they're plastic, but I want a little chain for my glasses to keep them on, especially with the wigs. Like, I mean, I guess I couldn't wear it if I was wearing the wigs, but, like, you guys would underestimate, like, how hard it is for my glasses to stay on, because, like, they're in the wigs. Like, it's going behind my ears, but my ear has the wig cap around it, like, sort of around it, you know what I mean? He sure changed the subject quick. Who knew Azul's stomach could be that loud? I would suggest these. Ah, croissant! Ha ha! Croissant. They look a little plain compared to the other pastries, like the ones filled with fruit and chocolate. Croissants are special, though. They're filled with nutrients that invigorate the town, so are they really? It's just bread! They are far superior to typical loaves of bread or baguettes. Their taste is simply incomparable. Like, we're really carb loading here. I feel like some fruit may be necessary, but... Hi, Madcap, how's it going? Ah, fruit tarts, my beloved. Like, I feel like you need some jam in the croissants to make it healthy, like what he was saying. Nutrients, right? Otherwise, it's just carbs. I always make a point of having a croissant on special occasions. After such a ringing endorsement, I feel I must try one. Ah, it's still warm and it smells great. I just can't wait. Down the hatch. It's fantastic. What a distinctive weedy flavor. What? I believe I'm tasting a blend of bread flour, cake flour, and whole wheat flour. Fresh butter and an aromatic dough form layers which gives the pastry... What is happening right now? I can't take this seriously. I'm so sorry, guys. Gives the pastry an unbelievably light, crispy texture. The sweet glaze on top brings out the natural sweetness of the dough itself. All accentuated by a rich, salty butter flavor. I could eat a whole plate of these. I'm already eating one, but Azul's making me hungrier. I'm gonna get another. Me too. In fact, I'll get 2 more. When I was pulling for Mer, Floyd, and Jade, I had crazy luck. I got Floyd on my first hand pull and 2 Mer Jade on my full pull. Oh, that's nuts. I wonder if they're ever gonna do Mermaid Azul, because I would wanna, like, they always say, okay, gacha game advice for anyone that hasn't, you know, played a gacha game before and is somehow watching this stream, maybe. I mean, Bob might be here still. So, for a gacha game, it is recommended that you go into it kind of knowing which characters you want to absolutely pull for. So going into the game, I decided my absolutely pulls were going to be Azul, Leona, and Malleus, right? If I have the room to get other characters, like I've gotten Kalim's birthday cards before, Jack, like that sort of thing, but Azul, Malleus, and Leona were like my like absolutely... Like, if it comes down to it, maybe I'll spend a little bit of money. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, otherwise, like, free to play, you know? I had an almond croissant before flying back to, New Zealand, I'm assuming. It was so good. Yeah, I've never had an almond croissant. Usually, like, I just have, like, regular ones or ones with fruit. No spoilers, question mark? I mean, I saw Mer, Floyd, and Jade. Like, I saw them, like, in the banner, so I know that these things exist. It's just a matter of, like, I don't know what context, you know what I mean? Like, what context they were all in, right? Spoilers, but he will be getting an overblock card, and the groovy art is theorized to be mermaid form. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, like, so don't worry about me, you guys. Like, I have seen things. I don't know the context of the things, right? Like, why is Ruggy in a little schoolboy uniform? You know what I mean? Like, in the card that just came out on the banner right now, I have nothing, like... You know what I mean? I don't know anything about that. I'm like, why is he in a sweater vest? But like, I have seen him in the sweater vest, you know? And I see stuff on Twisted Wonderland Twitter with like JP and stuff. So like, I don't know why Lilia has the weird like troll mask like from Maleficent. I don't know why Ruggy's in his little sweater vest. I don't know why like Rook looks like somebody from Savannah Claw, like all of that stuff, right? You two sure have healthy appetites. What can I say? They're super good. You could get another too, Azul. That's all right. I prefer a more systematic approach to my energy intake. Besides, I wouldn't want to fill up purely on bread. This place has wheat in abundance, and you know what that means, don't you? No, I don't follow. Neither do I. Go on, tell us, Azul. Oh, wow, you're so honest. Maybe too honest. Being around you was throwing me off. It's probably because we don't run in the same circles. I was implying that Fair City is also known for its sweet confections. Indeed we are. You really have done your research. There's a popular pastry? Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not pastry yet. I guess it is just pastry, right? Allow me to take you there. Cal can't read. I'm sorry, guys. Here we are. I can smell the sugar. Oh, look, Trey's made me those before. They were unbelievable. What were they called again? Financers? That doesn't sound right. Finance. They're made with wheat flour, almond flour, and brown butter. You can see how buttery they are. I imagine they're a bit calorie dense. They taste as rich as they look, quite befitting giving the name financier. Is it supposed to be like fancy? My French is so bad, guys. I need help. You see how they look like bars of gold? Oh, so it is finance. It's like gold finance. They say those who eat them will line their pockets with riches. I don't know, like, the root word for, like, finance. You pronounce the F-I part like f, like P-H-I? I don't know how the difference would be. It said, like, patiari. Patisserie. Okay. Specialized pastry place. Okay. Riches, huh? Sounds like the perfect treat for you, Azul. I don't believe in leaving things to chance, but I suppose doing something for good luck couldn't hurt. What's the difference? Oh, there's a world of difference between simply hoping for provenance while doing nothing and covering every possible base. I think I get it? Maybe? It means there's no point in crossing your fingers and hoping for good grades on a test if you didn't bother to study for it. Alas, I must go attend a Discord screening of West Side Story. Bob, you're like always watching movies. Which West Side Story is it? The new one or the old one? I cheated at my sister pronounce all the French things as well. I should call my cousins. They both did French immersion, so. Yeah, Bob, I don't know if you were still here when yesterday I was like, oh, are you watching Fantastic Four like in preparation for Superman? And then I got clocked by the chat because they were like, Cal, Fantastic Four is Marvel and Superman's DC. And I'm like, I don't know. I knew Superman was DC. I didn't know who the Fantastic Four were, so apologies. Rollo, are any of these treats supposed to improve test scores? I'm afraid not. Oh, too bad. Isn't that just terrible, Deuce? Whoa, that's not nice! I can't even argue with that. A lesson learned, then. If you can't take the heat, get out of the pastry. I'm not gonna remember. The patisserie. But if you ever do truly need my help, my doors are always open. While we don't have any academic... Oh, good lord. We do have many other sweets. Lately, I've noticed gluten-free confections growing more common. This right here is their best seller. Damn, so we're taking the gluten out of the bread. We're taking the goodness of the gluten out of what is supposed to have gluten, which is bread, but I get it. Whoa, are those macarons? They certainly are, though a little oddly shaped. They're shaped like bells. They're meant, yeah, are you stupid, Azul? They're meant to look like the Bell of Solace. Ah, of course, they're small enough that I could just pop one in my mouth. I think I'll have one. Who's paying for all this, by the way? Did they get, like, an allowance on this trip? Like, do they have, like, the Night Raven College credit card? Or is Rolo financing this? Like, who's paying for this stuff? It's nice and sweet. I should bring some back for the guys in Hearts and Bowl. Unfortunately, macarons don't keep well. They're a treat people can only experience when they visit here. The yellow color was a good choice to evoke the bell, and the ganache filling is as refreshing as it is delicious. Ah, I could believe those are little nuggets of dried, oh wait, I do believe. I believe those are little nuggets of dried grapes and apples in there too. They look like colorful jewels. Munch, munch, munch. I don't think I had to read. They pay out of pocket? You think Crowley's gonna give them money? I don't know, I was just thinking. Cause then Cal can't buy anything. Like, Cal and Grim can't buy anything cause we're broke. We have no money. They're definitely good, but not filling at all. Why do you look so unimpressed, Epal? I thought macarons were your favorite food. How do you know that? Likes and dislikes are the first thing you should look into when you want to get closer to someone. To what? Take their money? Like, that sounds so suspicious. But was my intel mistaken? Would you prefer something with a stronger flavor profile? No, I'm good, I think. Excellent, then my intel bears out. Go on, Epal, have as many as you like. Thanks. What? What do you mean when you want to get closer to someone? Why would Azul want to get closer to him? For what? Is Azul paying for everything right now and he's gonna force them to pay him back later? Is that what's happening here? Is this a general store? Oh, that was Azul, sorry. Is this a general store? That's right, go on and have a look around. It looks like the perfect place to do some souvenir shopping. True, perhaps I'll pick out a few things for the Octavanil students. What? What's with that reaction? It's rather rude, you know. Azul? Buying souvenirs for the students? What's so surprising about that? I think he's gonna sell them, for sure. Azul has an angle, exactly. I think he's gonna sell this stuff. That's my guess anyway. He's gonna sell it back to them. He's not just gonna give it for free. You're going to actually give them away for free? That's generally what you do with gifts. What? Huh? No, this can't be right. Unless it's to show how the bell impacted their personalities, right? That could be the other thing. But I think it's probably going to be like, there has to be a catch, right? What do you two take me for? I'm capable of caring for my fellow Octavanillies. My Octavanillies? Is that what they're called? My little Octavanillies? Am I reading that wrong? Or is it just Octavanils? My fellow Octavanils. I like Octavanillies though. I think that's cute. Like my poopsies. Oh my god, have you guys played Kingdom Hearts before when Sora goes, "Sorry, mommy, your poopsies are toast." This is a fine chance to convey my gratitude to them. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry for suggesting otherwise. No, it does not. Golly, Vil said you were greedy and told me to be careful around you. Wow, we're just throwing Vil under the bus? But you're a caring house warden, Azul. Ah, just so. I am a very caring house warden, though I never said I wouldn't expect anything in return. What's this? Wooden blocks with letters on them. I think it's Octavanils, not Octavanillies. You guys are probably right. Oh, is this gonna be like how Frollo's like teaches Quasimodo the alphabet and it's like damnation, eternal damnation? Those are study aids for children, building blocks to help them learn the alphabet. There's a letter on one side and then a word starting with that letter on the opposite side. Are these French? Like, I feel like, I mean, in Canada we have these, I don't know. Children in Fure City use them all the time. Neat! Let's decide. Oh my god, guys. I'm just making up dialogue. What is wrong with my brain today? This happened yesterday to me too, where I was just making shit up, and I'm like me when I spread misinformation. Neat! Let's see what kind of words they have. Apple for A, baby for B. Aw, that's cute. And for F, festival. There's a picture of children playing at the festival under that word. They're easy to understand and fun to look at. Yeah, I bet little kids would love these blocks and learn a lot from them. In the past, lessons were more demanding. Children had to study much larger and more complex words, like damnation, eternal damnation. If those kids' blocks have damnation on them, someone needs to talk to the devs. No, but that's what they're saying, kind of. But people complained the curriculum was too hard for children to understand. I guess children are people too, maybe. Anyway, so nowadays, building blocks with simple words are more common. It's deplorable, really. Well, you know, I was actually thinking about making a video about that. Like, if Disney movies are getting more stupid in terms of the language, and I did kind of spoilers for Calxiyn Cares Too Much, I guess, if I do make this one day. But so basically what I did was I randomly selected a bunch of songs from the Renaissance and a bunch of songs that have came out recently. I don't know if I included Snow White, though. I don't think Snow White was out yet, so I'll just keep what I have. It's probably even, whatever anyway, because I wrote the script a while ago. So basically, I put all of the lyrics into a word judgy thingy, and then it had the reading level. Now, obviously, reading is different than speaking, so I had a couple other things that I did for the data, but I was wondering about that because, with Genie, right, they have spectacular Courtier, right? Genuflect, stuff like that, stuff that kids wouldn't normally. So I was trying to figure out, are the Disney songs basically getting dumber, in terms of the word choice that they're using? So anyway, that just reminded me of that. So these are building blocks. We don't have them in the Coral Sea. What fascinating toys. Wait, you don't use building blocks under the sea? No, wood doesn't tend to last long underwater. They're not common. We do have study aids made from shells, though. Do all the land children play with building blocks? I don't remember playing with any. I might have just forgotten, but Mom says I always loved playing outside. Yeah, my family says I was always big on sledding and climbing trees. Lots of outdoor stuff. You're both so active. Even if I had been born on land, I doubt our paths would have crossed. Well, I still need to find a souvenir that would be easy to hand out to a large group. I'll look around a bit longer. Certainly. I'll take my leave then. I should go check on the others. Thank you for so kindly showing us around. I'm sure we'll see more of each other later. Rolo, you are 17 years old? Quit acting like a grandpa? I wonder if Rolo is, possessed by the spirit of Frollo, or, what's going on with him, you know what I mean? Disney movies also don't tackle serious topics anymore. Yeah, for sure. That could be a whole other video. Again, not to make us all cry and think about me leaving for a year, but I have a list of 12 ideas to make videos about before I leave, and I feel like that right now I don't have the song lyrics getting dumber one, or I have another idea Disney, lack of sincerity sort of thing. But I feel like maybe I should put those back in. I feel like, though, those may be videos to do before I leave, because I feel like they'll be relatively short compared to what I usually do, compared to a song analysis, but, we'll see. Guys, I feel so I feel like I can't hear myself talk with this earbud in. This happened to me yesterday too, where I felt like I had pressure or ringing in my ears. I don't know if it's just the weather, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, the reason why I'm so late today is because it was thundering. It was horrible outside. It was nuts. And the basement started flooding again out there, so I had to put out the towels and everything. It was not fun. Well, we've eaten our fill and procured souvenirs. Let's stroll over to the festival grounds, shall we? Yeah, I'm excited to see what the festival consists of in the modern day. That'll be interesting, right? Oh man, that's a lot of stalls. I see fruit, vegetables, bread, fish, processed meats, cheeses. They even have antique shops as well. I suppose there are no restrictions on what shops Oh my god. On what shops can sell here? One could do brisk business. Oh my god. One could do brisk business if they planned well and avoided competition. There's no shortage of customers either. Yes, what a fine place for trade. You always see things as a seller rather than as a buyer, huh? Of course, I have to keep a sharp eye out at all times or I could miss a golden opportunity. Ah, hey, if it isn't Deuce's group. Hello, Group A, are you enjoying yourselves? Why, hello, Professor Tren, and greetings to you as well, Cal and Grim. Yes, we're having a most enlightening time. I so do enjoy field work. That's not exactly what he said, but that's okay. Find anything good to eat? Oh yes, we sampled many local breads and sweets. It was all positively sublime. Azul's an amazing food critic. He really gets into all the details. You should hear him sometime, Cal. Now I'm all jelly. I wanted to eat some good food too. You ate plenty on our way here. Were you about to walk around this street? We could join you if you'd like. I'd be delighted to have your invaluable guidance, Professor Tren. By all means, do. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, that stall there sells accessories. Ooh, a mask for Glorious Masquerade. I mean, we can only hope, right? What's this? Oh, that's, the Esmeralda, oh gosh, when you hold this woven band, you hold the city in your hand? That pendant's a wooden frame with some kind of netting inside. What an odd design. There's just a dinky rock in the center. Boring. My ribbon looks way cooler than that janky necklace. You're really into your outfit, huh? Let me see that. Ah, that's a classic Fear City charm necklace. Oh god, do you guys want me to do a French accent for this? I gotta think though. Haha. Dare I say Twisted is currently the most mature thing that has come out of Disney in a hot while. Yeah, that is true. I would agree with you, Sunbathing Cat. Because I feel like that Twisted Wonderland doesn't need to be afraid, I guess. I think Hunter and I talked about this in the Elio video that we made, but I do think that the culture war that is going on in the US right now is really harming, you know, all forms of media, because Disney's like, what if people think we're woke? Oh no, and I'm like, Disney, you made the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you were always a little bit woke sometimes, right? Not as much as, you know, I think that we would like them to be, but they wouldn't make something like Hunchback today, because Hunchback talks about religious corruption, racism, and injustice. Right? And so that's just very disappointing. Because I do really think it's like a recent thing, you know? Even Frozen 2 had like Olaf and Elsa dying and Anna having to deal with that grief, even though I think that Frozen 2 in most areas isn't really done that well. You know, it's really, I think, a recent thing with Wish, Moana 2. Snow White is especially bad because Snow White builds up this whole thing about taking down a tyrant and then it doesn't have the balls to do the tyranny. You know what I mean? I mean, that's similar to Wish as well, right? Where it's like, you want these revolutionary characters like Asha and Snow White that take down these oppressors, but you don't want to show the oppressors oppressing the oppressed, right? And so it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, and I think Roadstorm is right. They were saying Disney feels like it's being woke to jump on the bandwagon. Exactly, and so they will, it's like, oh, we're gonna be woke enough, right? Or what they think is woke enough. Like, say, for example, Asha, like, being the protagonist of Wish. But then, in practice, Wish feels hollow because they don't have any music to reflect her culture, she has no character, and like I said before, right, you want to have the story about oppression by this tyrant, but then you don't have the people oppressed, and you don't show that he's the oppressor. And so it's just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing? So it's always middling, right? It's like, oh, well, we want to appeal to everybody, but we don't want to offend, you know, right-wing people or whatever. So we're not going to, like, we're going to make something as middling as possible. And when you try to appeal to everyone, and especially appeal to people that are in bad faith anyway, you're not going to appeal to anyone, right? You need to say something for something to be special. You have to have something to say. And saying something is always going to alienate a couple people, right? Movies have to have a strong theme, and to have a strong theme, you have to have a strong opinion. And that may alienate some people, but on the flip side, that'll make it matter more to the people that it resonates to when you have like a strong stance on something, like Hunchback does, for example, about the injustice and everything. You know? How are we gonna do this guy? Ha-ha! Well, I took you for a tourist, but you know your stuff. Oh, anyone my age would know that. What's the charm supposed to do? There's an old saying about it. When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand. Interesting. So when someone wears it, they become rich enough to buy a city? Do I have that right? No! Well, hard to say. Nobody knows what it's really supposed to mean these days. So nobody knows what it does. That's kind of a letdown, considering it's a charm. I recall more stalls carrying them the last time I was here. Yeah, well, they're kind of hard to explain. They went out of style a while ago. Nowadays, tourists barely know what they are. Now they're more for locals than anything else. A curious design with a cryptic meaning. They'd get a kick out of that. I think I'll pick up 2 for Jade and Floyd. So you're getting souvenirs for them too? More like compensation for minding the dorm while I'm out. The necklaces are suitable and not too expensive. Say, Cal, are you and Grim buying any gifts for people? I would like some necklaces. Uh-oh. What happened to the YouTube chat message? Yeah, and then Twisted Wonderland also deals with things like mental health, right? Exactly. But they're not restricted, right? Because they're made, you know, obviously for the global audience, but for the Japanese audience. And the Japanese audience, to my understanding anyway, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I don't think that Japan is having the same thing that we do, where like, has Snow White, like, gone woke and like, Disney is bleeding money because of Rachel Ziegler. Like, they're not having the same nonsense that the US is having, right? Disney has had so many characters who were willing to die for what they believed. If only people at Disney felt that way. Exactly. You need to have extreme reactions to have a story, you know? Really, these things, they're awfully plain and shrouded in mystery. I doubt most people would appreciate them. Are you sure? I think Malleus would like them, but Jade and Floyd would? I'm good as long as I can eat my weight in snacks. But hey, maybe I'll get Ace something if I feel like it. With what money? Grim is just spending our money? Like, what? You know what I mean? If you guys are saying, like, if you guys are saying that everybody's paying for their own shit, right? That means I'm paying for everything that Grim wants. Yeah, different kind of nonsense. Yeah, Spam. I'm sure, right? You know, Japan has its own, like, cultural, or, like, political issues, but I think what we're experiencing is a lot of online issue, right? Like, even Twitter is getting just more vitriolic and kind of gross to be on, but, like, I went on YouTube, logged out to check something the other day, and I was shocked by what YouTube feeds a new viewer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, this is insane. Like, just content that would, like, easily, I don't know, radicalize people into thinking, you know, again, like I said, like is Rachel Ziegler the end of Disney? And just, like, all of that nonsense, you know what I mean? What was I gonna say? I forgot. I should probably check where we are in this book, because it may be a good time to go get my hot dog, but anyway. So your group has been exploring the city in a systematic manner, following Ashengrotto's lead. Oh, I did the wrong voice for him, that's okay. And it sounds like Spade and Flemmer have been both cooperative and eager. We should be on our way, but keep learning. Consider your knowledge a prize you'll take back to school. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you again when we have to meet up. We still got time before then, right? What else can we do? How about adios, Epal? Yes? Here, these are for you. Wait, what? Here, these are for you. I picked them up when I bought the necklaces. Oh? Really? What a pretty bag. Oh, there's a pencil in here. Ah, the goat from the movie. Epal's is red, mine's yellow, huh? Wait, these are gifts for us? Yes, they are. What's the catch? There is none. I bought them to commemorate this day. Really? Wow, that's so nice of you. I feel like since you got it for me, it'll help me study better. Yeah, same. I'm feeling better about my next test grade already. I'm surprised, though. I didn't expect you to get us a gift. Apparently, the local company that makes them has been doing so for ages. They're meant for sketching, but I tried one out and it felt nice to write with. I hope they'll give you the motivation to apply yourselves to your studies. Thank you! You're so easy to talk with, Azul, and you got a great sense of humor, too. I actually thought you'd be more intimidating. Yeah, I'm glad I'm in Group A now. To think one little pencil was all it took to soften them up. My plan was to oh my god, what? My plan was to befriend some trusting freshmen so the next few years at school would be easier. But these two are alarmingly credulous. I can only imagine how rough Vil and Riddle have it. You two make me fearful for Night Raven College's future. Huh? Why's that? I'd like you both to ponder that very question. Now let's move on, shall we? There's more to see and only— Wait, what? I don't think I understand that. What's he saying? My plan was to befriend some trusting freshmen so the next few years at school would be easier, but these two are alarmingly credulous. What does that— like, what is he trying to say? Like, that they're too trusting and so, like, that's gonna cause problems later down the line? Like, you know what I mean? Having or showing too great a readiness to believe things. But I don't understand how that connects with the other thing he said, which was that, like, huh? Like, that doesn't— I don't understand how that connects with, like, my plan was to befriend some freshmen, but these two are too trusting. Like, wouldn't you want them to be trusting? Wouldn't you want them to trust you? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want them to trust you if you want to make friends with them? Or was he saying, like, he wanted to make friends with them, but it was just so easy that he's shocked? I'm a little confused by what he meant by that. Like, why that would be a bad thing. Because he's like, I fear for Night Raven College's future. But I'm like, what do you mean? Why? I think he's just unnerved by how easy it is. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, guys, what I'm gonna do right now is we're not exactly halfway. Kinda. No, not really. We're more of a third of a way, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get my hot dog. I'll be right back. Oh, I'll run an ad too, so the people joining in won't get one now.
俺と勝負？全力でかかってきなさい。さあ見てなさい。
おいビルついてこい。
私に命令しないで。
Uh-oh.
レオナ。
I just realized you guys can't see this. Here, let's
レ
do
オナ、
this.
足手まといはいらないわよ。
誰に言ってんだビル。
全力で潰してあげるわ。
よかろう。面白いことをし
からのミスで。いや、いで。
わかった。
じっとしろよ。
やる気
笑えない。見せてやる。
ほら食らえ。
わかっ
真剣に考えた？
た。贈り物を授ける。忠告したぞ。思い知れ。
ダメね。
本気か？
無理はすんなよ。
恐れ。
見せてやるよ。
無礼者。まだ無礼だ。
真剣に考えた？
油断したな。
レオナ、足手まといはいらないわよ。
誰に言ってんだ？
見かけ倒しだ。
反省したか？
おいビル、ついてこい。
私に命令しないで、レオナ。
可愛がってやる。
若良い作じゃん。どうだ。
よし。
いた。
悪くない。次も必ず僕を誘う。よくやった。私も鼻が高い。
Hold on. Let me figure out how I want to do this here. Okay. Let me unplug this. Grab that. Okay. Okay. Whee! All right.
グの成果を見せてもらおう。
誰も彼も楽しそうにしている。城で行われる厳かな式典では
I
見
guess
ら
we'll
れ
just
な
go
かった
on this
光景
screen
だ。
for now. And we'll just listen to the music, I suppose. Okay. I gotta scoot out. You guys have fun. I hope to hop in for more Twisted streams later. Yeah, don't worry. This will be archived on YouTube, so you can watch it back after you're done and after you're done. Oh my god, I totally blanked. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'm glad that you guys can, you know, I'm glad when you guys can stick around for as long as you're able to. The videos are always on YouTube, right? But yeah, have a good nap and a good walk for the dog. But yeah, everything's always on YouTube, so we'll be okay. Ugh. Actually, can I go into the archive and just wait on this screen? Yeah, but this music isn't as fun. I mean, I guess it's okay. Well, technically, what we could do... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait! Cal might be cooking. I might be cooking. Yes. What we could do is do what we did last time I streamed and had lunch, which was play completely different music. Than Twisted Wonderland music. Just for the vibes. And then we will put it back later. But yeah, I'm just gonna eat quickly and then we'll keep going. And like I said, I would like to finish this today. Which I think is definitely possible considering how short that was, right? I feel like it'll probably be like a 3 or 4 hour stream, so. Good to eat now and get it out of the way. But yeah, what have you guys been doing this weekend? Anyone have some fun stories? Anyone have like some debate that they want my judgment on? Like some, am I the asshole? Nothing that serious, but I'm like, hey guys, does anyone have like a dispute they want me to settle? Like whether cucumbers belong on a hamburger? Which I was talking about in a tweet that I made, because I got a hamburger from Harvey's that had like ridiculous stuff on it, including cucumbers and olives, and I was like, why? Why would someone do this? Just diabolical. Made cupcakes? Well, that's good. What kind of cupcakes were they? Just got home from Australia? Well, I'm glad that you had a safe trip, Madcap. It feels like you were away for, like, a while. But you probably weren't. Like, these last 2 weeks have felt like the longest 2 weeks of my life. So it's probably just my imagination. Yeah, literally, the most horrifying, like, fast food mix-up that has ever happened to me. I get my hamburgers plain, okay? If it's at McDonald's, I get them with mac sauce. But all I get from Harvey's is a hamburger with bacon. Nothing else on it. And they put, like, ketchup, mustard, lettuce, olives, cucumber, like, just stuff that I don't even think cucumber and ketchup goes together. And so I got someone else's demented hamburger. Oreo with American buttercream. That sounds good. I'd like to catch up with the Sumeru VODs for your reaction soon. Were you here for the Samsara festival? Or do you mean like the VOD that I did yesterday? Because for the festival, I'm not gonna lie to you, I got a little tilted. A couple times. I still enjoyed it, but like, be prepared. I was mad. Genshin music just makes the food taste better, like I said last time. A couple ones I missed, I think. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Did I just drop one? No, we're okay. If you have to catch up on a couple, you probably, like, did you watch any of Sumeru? Because then it was probably, like, just all of Sumeru you haven't seen yet. I really am enjoying Sumeru, though, I will say. Even though I got really tilted because of the deduction system, or whatever it's called. Like, intuition, association, I don't know. Do you guys eat your hot dogs like this? Or do you eat them like this, like how I'm eating them? Because I just realized I'm eating my hot dog more like I'd eat a sandwich. You know? Like, compared to right side up. But it's probably also because I don't have anything on my hot dog. Like, if you did it this way, your ketchup would be, dripping and stuff, you know? This hot dog is really, like, hitting the spot right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. Twisted Wonderland makes me so hungry because they're always talking about food, like, all the time, and it's ridiculous. Oh, okay, yeah. So Madcap, that was Act 2. I think. So yeah, I did Act 3 yesterday. I want to do something fun this summer, but I don't know what we can afford yet. You know? Like, I want to go to the beach or do something fun, but I'm like, everything costs money. I just want to go outside. And I know I can go outside for free. I want to go swimming is what I want to do, but Ontario is, like, landlocked? So if you want to go swimming, like, you can't go in the ocean. You gotta go in a lake. There's no Ontario ocean, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I guess I could go see Arnold, because Arnold lives in Massachusetts, which is on the ocean, but, you know. There's all this stuff happening, like, in the US, and also, like, that would mean that I'm, like, a week away from content creation, and like I said, if I'm leaving in 2026, like, I kind of need that time, right? I wouldn't want to go for just a week. I would want to go for, like, 3 weeks at least. 3 weeks in August. I subscribed to Twitch just for the notifications because YouTube is really bad at that, but I'm glad I can watch your streams live now. I was watching them after the fact because I only do YouTube. No problem, no problem. I'm glad I started multi-streaming as well. It's made my life so much easier. And now I'm, like, not depressed. Or if I am depressed, it's not because of YouTube anyway. Because, like, some of you guys may remember. I gotta change the song, hold on. Ooh. You guys may remember, if you've been watching me for a long time, that I used to edit all my Twisted Wonderland videos. and I was like crying all the time. Hades though, that was probably the worst one. Hades, I was like editing them for like 10 hours a day. Like, it was ridiculous, but yeah, I used to edit my Twisted Wonderland videos, and then I realized, like, if I spend at least 2 days editing a video, I'm just never gonna get caught up. So I hope that people can deal with a little bit of, like, you know, skipping over my lunch break in the VOD if you don't, like, want to sit through it and that sort of stuff. For my sake, if it means that we'll catch up faster, right? But yeah, all of the editing was just way too crazy. Cause like, then I'd make them funny and I'd do zoom-ins and like, camera shakes and stuff like that, and it was just too much to do, too much work. Tried to go to an aquarium for 3 for my birthday. But it turned out we had to leave at the airport at 3:30 a.m. instead of p.m. That was crazy. That's nuts. You know what, though? Thinking in hindsight, when Arnold and I did our Disney cruise, I think that we left at 3 a.m. So maybe not crazy, but... next time, I would definitely prefer flying in the day before and just staying at a hotel, you know? Or with a friend or something. But yeah, I wish I lived near the ocean. I think living near the ocean would fix me. The only problem would be, like, work, right? Because, like, obviously there are maritime, you know, provinces in Canada and stuff. But, like, you know, do they need a social media content creator? Like, I feel like the only way that you could do that is, like, getting a job for tourism. Like, say Nova Scotia or something. Like, it would be, like, you're doing tourism social media for Nova Scotia, the province. For... did I say that already? For tourist stuff, you know? As opposed to Toronto, where there's a lot of big studios and, like, companies and stuff. I'd probably have to, like, apply for a job out there and then move out there if I got the job. But, like, just moving out there with no plan is kind of crazy. You know? But I just want to go to the beach. Maybe. But yeah, guys. After I'm done this, I'm just gonna go put my plate away. And we should be, like, smooth sailing for the rest of the stream, knock on wood. Ah, Sumeru music, my beloved. Took me a bit to get my computer to behave, but I'm back. What happened to your computer? But welcome back, Kat. How's it going? Well, I guess it depends on what your computer did, would be how's it going. But yeah, don't worry. We're almost... you didn't miss anything except for me eating my lunch, so... I will be right back again. Actually, let me turn off the Genshin music and turn Twisted Wonderland back on. And also, don't hate me, but I'm gonna reset the ad timer. So it's a fresh hour when I get back. Okay. All right, testing. Nothing in my teeth other than my teeth. Or I guess I should say nothing in my mouth other than my teeth. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for your patience while I ate my lunch. I should feel better now. Had to move to the PC because I also need to study. Oh no! Studying in the summer. Wait, were you the person that said that they're in Argentina and they still have school going on, or was that somebody else from the last stream? Somebody else also said that they still have school, and I was like, that's so depressing. I guess you could just be doing summer school. Like, my sister's taking some summer courses right now, just because, like, she wants to lighten her course load during the year. I did that a couple times, too, so I understand, but all right. Now we can keep going. I forgot to put sequential play on. Hold on, let's go back. Now we can keep going. Oh, I'll take the lunchtime thing off too. There we go. Now I gotta get back to the voices, guys. Not the ones in my head, their voices. field work is just a fancy term for unstructured wandering time. Absolutely terrible for loners. Still, it's better than when teachers go, okay, time to make your own groups. But not by much. Anyway, Team Star members are... Wee! Greetings, Roy Chamber! Team Star consists of yourself, Silver, Ruggy, and Ma! Such a bright smile. The sheer extrovert aura's no joke. If only Azul were here to balance it out with some shadiness, that's hilarious! What do you mean? Oh, do you think it's too bright out? I guess the brim of your hat isn't all that wide. The country next to it is actually the southern hemisphere is in the winter season. Oh, that makes so much sense. I never considered that before. Oh, so that's why you guys are still in school, because it's not even, like, do you guys still have summer break? It just happens when we have winter break? That won't do at all. Would you like to borrow my hat? Wow, Rook, you're as obvious as Calxiyn. Reminds me of the good old facepalm brigade. Hey, Ruggy's got some shade going on underneath his athletic exterior. But is it just me, or are we all talking on different wavelengths? What are we? Like, what are we? An adventuring party from an isekai migration? What does that mean? What? I can't make heads or tails of what you say either, you know? I got a feeling this group's a train wreck in progress. Well, what would everyone like to see in the city? I want to check out some local handicrafts. Okay. Summer break is from the half of December until the start of March. That kind of sucks though, Kat, because like, you guys have like Christmas and stuff in December. You're getting cheated. You know what I mean? Like here, right, you get Christmas off and you also get summer off, right? But like, you guys are getting cheated because your Christmas is during the summer. I want to check out some local handicrafts and specialty goods. After all, we're having a feast, read free meal tonight. Are you looking for souvenirs? I was hoping to buy one for Lilia myself. Pursuing popular products could provide insight into the city itself. I like that idea. Yeah, I'd like to pick something up for Ortho while we're exploring too. I want to get the main quest out of the way fast. That way our job here will basically be done. Our job is attending the social. The social's already begun for me. That's so real though. Like, I feel you though, Edia. I get it. Sounds like we've got a consensus, so let's get questing. Time to hit the road. Edia, no, the fourth wall! I didn't even think about it that way! Technically, yeah, Twisted Wonderland is a visual novel isekai. Oh, stunning! You can just feel the history emanating from the city streets, not to mention there are flowers growing everywhere! How fragrant Fleur City is! Ugh. Beauty, flowers, colors, light. Festivities. The sheer sparkliness is overwhelming. Yes, it truly puts me in a lively mood. Pretty much everyone here's all dressed like us. I thought we'd stick out like sore thumbs, but nope, we look right at home. Oh, well, that's nice. I desperately want to get this walk over with as fast as humanly possible. So, hey, the map says there's a flea market in this area? That could cover all our needs. Interesting, we should check it out. What a lovely flea market! The splendor of the colorful tents makes my heart go pitter-patter. Yeah, I wonder what kind of finds I can dig up. Oh, hey, someone dropped their hat. Whoa! Oh my god, are we getting sister scammed? What's going on? Oh no, this isn't a scam. They're stealing the buskers' money. You're right, this is an upside-down hat with coins inside. They're in front of every shop. Okay, I know what's going on here. Someone lost this. Wouldn't it be best if I picked it up? Somehow I doubt it'd make it back to its rightful owner, lol. Surely you're not thinking of pilfering the contents of that hat. My friend with the ornate handkerchief. Were you by chance addressing me with that title? Oui, but of course! He's asking because there's nothing of course about it. Don't worry, we're not trying to steal anything. Ruggy thought someone lost this and wanted to return it to its owner. Yeah, I resent that accusation! Oh, is that so? I beg your pardon then. Nobody lost it. People put their money in those hats when making purchases. Wait, so like these beaten up old hats are their cash registers? That's kind of crazy. I thought that they just would have done a performer. I mean, this is like Esmeralda, right? But like, this is a crazy tradition. Like, what do you mean? Have these people ever heard of security? Pardon? It's a long-standing few city tradition. There's a saying that if you place a hat upside down and put money in it, the money will find its way back to you in no time if it ever gets lost. That does not sound real, but okay. And so people just leave hats full of money out in the open? I know the shopkeepers can see them, but anyone could swipe one and run. This must be a real safe part of town. Indeed it is. We pride ourselves on the practice. It's like a symbol of how peaceful we are. That sounds sus. This whole place would go bankrupt if someone like Ruggy set up a shop here. I take that as a compliment. Yes, well, sadly, we still get ill-mannered outsiders visiting our city, especially around festival time. So the people in town always form a city watch to keep peace this time of year. See that figure standing under those lights, and the one in front of the building behind us, they're part of it. The way they stand reminds me of the guards. Yikes, good thing you told me all this now. The City Watch is made up of volunteers who are inspired by the righteous judge. Tales claim the righteous judge was an adherent proponent of improving city security during his time. It's a wonderful thing. We must deter any and all wrongdoings. Agreed. When someone does something wrong, it's important to give them a chance to reflect on their mistakes. Wouldn't it be easier to set up security cams and sensors rather than have people stand guard around town? Seems to me like digital solutions could manage their money and peacekeeping efforts more effectively while letting everyone rest. Then again, I guess you're not supposed to change up traditions. That's like the whole point. It's simply marvelous how your peaceful city of happy residents instills its citizenry with a sense of diligence and pride. Okay. But I'm a little scared now, because like, in the Hunchback context, by outsiders, he would have meant, like, Romani. And so I'm like, there's still gonna be an element of discrimination of like, oh, well, the people in our city know better than to steal, but the outsiders are still stealing. Like, I'm a little concerned about that. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Well, let's take a look at what's for sale, shall we? Bonjour, monsieur. What fine weather we're having. A perfect day for treasure hunting, is it not? Bonjour! Yes, I agree, absolutely. Have a look at whatever you like, s'il vous plaît. I don't know if that was s'il vous plaît. I was just guessing. Merci! Oui! Oui, oui! Are you from the Shaftlands, Rook? No, my homeland is in Sunset Savannah. Then how are you fitting in so well? Yeah, the way you act is like you were born and raised here. You honor me! It's because of how bright, friendly, and beautiful the people of this city are. I read up a bit on the city beforehand and found that it's practically bursting with art. One of my favorite plays is set in this very city, in fact. The potential new discoveries I could make set my very soul aflame. Too much energy, I can't deal. No, it was! You said it right, yeah! The 3 years of French I took in high school. More like the 1 year of French we were all forced to take in high school. Oh, we have stumbled upon some beauteous works already. Oh, look! It's little Quasimodo and Esmeralda! That's so cute! Oh, I'm so surprised! I can't believe it! Oh, she looks so good! Quasimodo looks good too, but I don't remember. I know he carves one of Esmeralda in the movie, but like, I don't remember it looking quite like this, and so the one of Quasimodo's like totally spot on, but the one of Esmeralda too, it's so cute! Look at the tiny wooden figures on sale here, are they not delightful? Huh, neat, those are some real old-fashioned toys. I see a lot of similar figures at the other stalls as well. Yes, they're one of our traditional crafts. No one knows their exact origins, but people have made them for a long time. Old wooden figures have been found within our school's bell tower as well. Oftentimes, they're sold with miniature wooden houses. Oh, you're right. There are model buildings for sale too. They're pretty big. This one is a model of Noble Bell College. See the bell tower in it? This one here looks familiar to me, and so does this one. Why, they're identical to the view we saw from the bell tower. It's a miniaturized version of the entire city. Delightful. Neat, but they're still just chunks of wood, right? Yeah, but they're art. Someone had to hand carve them. I mean, kids' toys are usually pretty cheap. Now, wait a minute, Ruggy. Oh, jeez, I didn't know you could yell that loud, Edia. Look closer, see the joints? What's this about joint locks now? The shoulders, the elbows, the wrists are all articulated parts designed to be moved. Yes, that's a more modern one. They used to be carved whole from blocks of wood, but over time a demand for greater levels of detail arose and they began making the parts separately, so I'm told. Both techniques take serious craftsmanship. These figures are incredibly detailed, Ruggy. So? This isn't some garage kit, it's fully scratch built from wood. I've never seen anything like this before. So? These have to have been made by some famous master craftsman. Don't care. Wood's still just wood. If it's not valuable, I'm not interested. Hey, don't knock it. A detailed figure like this could fetch hundreds of the marks easy. Huh? Hydrate? Thank you. Yeah, I started to lose Edia's voice. Well-made figurines aren't just toys, they're works of art. You wouldn't believe the premiums they can go for. The ones here are a few the marks each. Are you saying I could get 100 times that on resale or even more? Okay, you've piqued my interest. Tell me all about them. I'll get some for Ortho, too. Oh, good. I'm glad Edie is enjoying himself. He's been so quiet, I was worried he might be feeling under the weather. Thank you, Rollo. Well, that wasn't the point I was trying to make, but still. That's hilarious. Oh, man. He's like, I wasn't trying to make you happy, actually. Huh? What's the sparkly thing at the next stall? Oh! I think that this is from the movie too, right? Ah, it's a glass mobile. Very pretty. They're popular here. People like to hang them on windows. That said, we normally don't buy ready-made ones. You don't? You mean this is handmade? Indeed. Each house makes their own from scrap materials they collect. This stall's selling handmade goods for tourists, no doubt. The ones people craft at home are made from used bottles, broken dishware, extra decorations, and so on. They're so beautiful, it's hard to believe they're made from what is essentially junk. I find there's a certain modesty in their bright shine. A fine decoration, wouldn't you agree? Such beauty! The sunshine takes on different hues when shining through the glass. The red of passionate lips, the yellow of freshly bitten, nectarine. The yellow of a nectarine? Okay. The green of early summer trees, the blue of the soleil. It's a kaleidoscope-stained glass that shifts when viewed from different angles. I should get one for Vil. Oh, you see the world through the eyes of a poet. Now that was some good shopping. What's this you're all looking at, Rook? Rollo told us it's glass. Isn't it pretty? Ah, man, I was hoping for gems, not glass. Never mind, interest gone. Ruggy, on the other hand, is a mammon fist? What? Mammanin fist. Mammanis. Oh, God. Mamonist. Mamonist? I have never heard that before. I have to write down some of these words for the VTuber project and be like, big words that solely Anna and Udine can use. It's rather relaxing to listen to the glass pieces clinking together. I'm surprised Silver's not more sleepy. He's usually always tired. He's saying he's greedy? Yeah, I thought so. I knew that. Just the pronunciation, I was like, I've never seen this word written at least before. Sounds like you've taken a shine to it, Silver. Perhaps you could pick one up as a souvenir? I consider it, but I think Father would prefer something flashier and more fun. Oh, getting something for your dad? Are you actually gonna ship it back home? Yeah, so they don't know Lilia is Silver's father, which is crazy. It's a reference to Mammon, a demon of gluttony. Oh, the king of greed. Right. Okay. It's good to honor your parents. It's not part of the flea market, but there's a store with handcrafted goods a bit further up. Some of the wares are entertaining. I imagine he'd enjoy the selection there if he likes flashy things. Allow me to show you the way. hilarious. Why are they keeping the fact that Lilia is Silver's father a secret, like, from the other kids? Like, why doesn't Silver just say, no, Lilia's my dad? Like, why don't they ever talk about it? Like, I get that, like, if people don't know because it's never come up, but, like, I guess Rolo interrupted, but I expect Silver to be like, no, I'm talking about Lilia. Like, why doesn't anybody know? What's the point of keeping it a secret? Here's what I'd recommend. Are these handkerchiefs? Plain blue handkerchiefs? No offense, but these look way more basic than the glass mobiles. But there's a trick to them. Shopkeep, I'd like to buy one of these. Sold! Here you go, sir. Now observe. Oh! Get down! Whoa! Wow! Huh? I thought that sharp noise was some kind of attack. Looks like it was just red smoke and confetti. So this is like what Esmeralda does in the movie? I'm just surprised that Rolo's the one doing it. Oh la la, that startled me. I love how Silver, like, tackled them all and took cover like he, you know, has a PTSD from being in the war. Silver just tackled and covered us in one swoop. What kind of guy just busts out an Adonis move like that so instinctively? What was that? Thank you for giving the exact reaction I expected. In fact, it was even better. Get down, Mr. President! Exactly! I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you people? This is a type of firework. When you blow strongly into the handkerchief, it sets off a noisemaker and smoke. Oh, okay, so it's a firework. Interesting. Ma, how curious! I didn't feel any heat from it yet. It still generated noise and smoke. Does it use magic rather than gunpowder? I gotta admit, hiding a trick like that in a plain old handkerchief is pretty rad. What would you even use that for, though? Oh, children use these to play oh my god. Children use these to play pranks on each other. I'm told some of them also use them as a distraction so they can run away from grown-ups who are scalding them. It's pretty well made for a basic prank. I love this kind of stuff. It's flashy, loud, and fun. Sounds like it ticks all the boxes for you, Silver. I don't know, man. It's still a kid's toy. Would it really be good for your dad? You're right, Edia. This would make a fine gift. It would? Father loves surprising people. I'm sure he'd enjoy a unique handkerchief like this one. Huh, your dad sounds like one playful dude. He is a bundle of fun and cheer all around. Like, why are they hiding it? Like, is there a canon reason for this? Do you guys know? Shopkeep, I'd like to purchase this. I'm glad you like it. I'm always happy to help someone do something nice for their parents. I should go check up on the others. Merci, Rollo! I'll walk with you has been most entertaining! Yeah, thanks. Like, is there a reason why he doesn't just tell them? You play with Ilya! Oh my god, you play with Lilia online, Edia! I know, right? Well, we got what we wanted with plenty of time to spare. Yes, we don't have to meet up with the others quite yet. What should we do next? Slurp? What was that? Huh? What was that noise? I feel alive again. Huh? What are you drinking, Edia? Famous Fleur City grape juice? It's grape-tastic. Why? When did you even buy that? And who ditches their group to get a drink just for themselves? You're a junior. You're supposed to be more mature. Dude, you don't have to go full aggro on me. Unlike you guys, my stamina's non-existent. My fatigue meter is beyond maxed right now. So I was replenishing my sugar and water before I keeled over. Wouldn't want you guys to just leave me collapsed on the street. That looks good. I was just getting thirsty myself. Nope, even with book 7 being over, no reason in particular why they hit it so much. That's nonsense. That's so stupid. Likewise, perhaps we could all go get some drinks? Count me in. I think that's Grim, right? Oh, hey there, Grim and Cal and Professor Tren. Thank you for the hydrate again. You know what it is? My nose feels runny today. And again, I'm worried about my stomach acid and my LPR and like all of that stuff. And like, is it in my head? Is it psychosomatic? Am I just like, my nose is just a little runny today, you know? So hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's just a coincidence. Cause yeah, I just feel like, I feel a little congested. But it could have also been because of the weather. Like, it rained and thunderstormed really hard, and when it rains, my head tends to hurt and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, I don't have my stomach acid medication refilled, and so I'm sort of testing it out. I'm not coughing, so it's not that bad yet, obviously. But I'm like, am I okay? Is my nose running because of the cough, or is it because of something? The cough is coming back, or something else? I don't know. But I do feel okay. I'll admit I was a bit concerned when I saw the roster for Team Star, but I can see you're all out and about doing field work as a proper group. More or less. Just barely. We were about to go buy some grape juice. Edea was telling us about it. Oh, that's a fine idea. Fleur City grapes are delicious. Cal, you should try some as well. I say we should join them. Is this like, they can't be drinking alcohol though. It's not wine, it's just grape juice. Quote unquote. Grape juice. Here, I'll fill up my water bottle just to make sure we're good. But yeah, I have my audition on Wednesday, so tomorrow it's vocal rest. Well, here's where I got my grape juice. Let's see. Grapes for sale, available by for eating by the bunch. We can also juice them for you. The choice is yours. Whether enjoyed whole or as a drink, you'll see why they're the jewels of our city. You'd even break the 5-second rule for them. Okay, so we're just gonna eat them off the floor, sure. I do note they do in fact sell baskets of fresh grapes. I suppose people just stroll around eating them. How unusual. Sounds like they choke on the seeds that way. That's why I make sure to chew them real good. What a tough choice. Fresh grapes or grape juice? What are you gonna get, Cal? I'll get the juice, I guess, but are the seeds gonna be in the juice? Because I don't like that, but... good choice. Your hands don't get all messy with juice, and it's an easier way to get all the nutrients. That's right, Edea. Edea's reading my mind right now. Plus, they juice the whole grape, skin and all. The vendor was really pushy about it, actually. They were like, the skin's where the good stuff is. You gotta have the juice. That's a good point. You could use all the nutrients you can get, Edea. That's so diabolical, Silver. Oh my god. You just made it harder to decide. Now I want to do both. As much as I'd like to buy you both, it wouldn't be fair to the other students if I did. Yeah, so Trent's like, I could give you money, but you gotta use your own money. You must be judicious with the funds the head mage gave you. Oh! So the head mage did give us money! Damn, that's a rarity! Never fear, Grim, I shall pay for my dear underclassmen. Whoa, for real? Nice. You're the man, Rook. Okay, I'll pay too? My dear apologies, Edea. Have I overstepped and put undue pressure on you? This is simply my way of showing gratitude to our group for spending the day with me. Think nothing of it. That only adds to the pressure here. I mean, it's not like a few drinks are gonna break the bank for me anyway, so I'll cover half. Yeah, Edea's from a rich family, right? You will? Thank you. Sweet, now I can get both. Thanks a ton, guys. I'm greatly humbled by your generosity. Hunt and Shroud, you've both shown laudable consideration. I hope the rest of you appreciate it. You bet I do, Edea. Rook, you guys rock! Howdy, good afternoon. Hi, Yuri, how's it going? We are just playing some Twisted Wonderland. I'm gonna start with the juice. Now that's a tart one. It goes down so smoothly. Perhaps it's because it's a concentrated juice, the rich grape flavor. Wait, what? Perhaps because it's a concentrated juice, comma, the rich grape flavor is enhanced, but in any case, it's delicious. That was a bit of a run-on sentence, Twisted Wonderland. Grapes are rich and satisfying on their own as well. Wow, it's like sweeter than sugar. I've never had grapes this sweet before. The vendor told me they got vineyards outside the city. That's right. Grapes are one of Fleur City's specialty crops, and they're a popular thing to give loved ones. Even now, the people running the vineyards selectively breed their grapes and try to create better varieties. I don't think that this is Hunchback relevant. I think maybe Frollo brings Quasimodo some grapes, but like this is just French. Like this is just about wine, I think. so I can eat even better grapes the next time I'm in this town. Already planning your next visit, huh? You must be getting ahead of yourself, Grim. Phew, that was a real treat. We'll be checking on the other groups now. Do continue learning, everyone. You know why I think I'm messing up so much today, actually? Yesterday when I was eating on stream, I bit my mouth right here. Like that. And now I have a big lump, like, on the inside. So I think that that's, like, messing up my lips and, like, how my lips are stretching to say things. Thank you for the lovely time, Professor Tren, and of course, Gallingrim, too. See you soon. Later. Next time, huh? I gotta make sure Ortho can try some of these grapes then. And for that, right now... Okay, what do we check out next? I'm down for some more food if you guys are paying. I'd like to thank you all as well, actually. Please let me know what you want and I'll help you find it. Truly, then you would assist me in finding souvenirs for everyone! Right now, I just have to make it through these next few extrovert-filled days. That's nice, I like Edia. Oh, I see what they did. They put each character that has an SSR card in a group. So Edia was the focus of that story, Azul was the focus of the first story. I get it now. Oh, guys, we have to yell because we're Seebeck. Sorry I'm sniffling so much, by the way. Like I said, my mom thinks that she's coming down with a cold, so I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Is it a cold? Is it the LPR? Is it the stomach acid? Like, who knows? Is it the stomach acid? Is it all in my head? Is it a coincidence? But yeah, I just feel so congested. Group 1, assemble! You don't have to shout at the top of your lungs. We can hear you just fine. We must not keep Malleus waiting! So group 1 is myself, Seebeck, Rosehearts, and Viper. I hope we'll have an enjoyable time. Hope it's just a normal flu, yeah, or a cold or something. I mean, knock on wood, it's not a cold because I don't want to be sick for my audition on Wednesday, but hopefully it's just like a temporary thing, like maybe it's again, like I said, because of the weather and tomorrow I'll just sleep it off, you know? So do I, Malleus. I was worried when Seebeck started arguing and insisting he join Malleus's group, but honestly, I'm glad he has a proper guard. I guess Jamil could do it, but Jamil's more of like the guard in the shadows, not like proficient for combat. Of course, Malleus's safety shall always be my first priority. For my part, I'm interested in broadening my horizons by learning more of the city's history. I did some reading prior to our departure, but it's no substitute for experiencing a place firsthand. What of the rest of you? I certainly have no objections! I think that's a wonderful approach, but I was also hoping to learn more about the city. Agreed. I'd like to see the sights and get the real Fleur City experience. Ah, so you're all interested in learning more history. I applaud your mindset. Jeez Louise, I thought this was group 1, not group boring! Hey, we could learn a thing or two from them. You're interested as well, Cal? There's some spots I could recommend. They impressed me greatly when I saw them years back. They're not for tourists, though, so you won't find them on your maps. Would you like me to show you around? Okay, so we may actually get some lore this stream, then. You don't mind? I'd be happy to have you, Professor. Then I believe we have a place to start. Shall we get going? Yeah, so we may get some actual lore now, because all we've been talking about is food, you know what I mean? Here we are. Oh my god! Yes! This is the tourist spot we want to go see! The bridge where Quasimodo's mom was chased to her death! Like what? Tren? I believe we're under one of the bridges that connects to Noble Bell College. I didn't even notice at first there was a pathway when we were on the bridge. Have to say your voice acting skills are incredible. Thank you, I try. It's hard to do it when there's so many of them and they all, like, this group in particular, like with Seebeck, contrasted with Riddle's British accent, like, it gets difficult depending on what boys are mashed up with each other. This is an entrance to an underground waterway. As Flamme mentioned, the Bell of Solace is in the heart of Fleur City. But it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that these waterways are a nervous system. They developed alongside the city itself. Ah, so these waterways that run Oh, so these are the waterways. Oh my gosh. Ah, so these are the waterways that run throughout the city. They're all made of stone, just as I read. Hey, made of stone? Hunchback musical reference? They look rather old. Ah, yes. It's a complex so vast not even the locals know its entirety. I've read about them as well. They were built so the whole city could use water from the Soleil. That was Morville, but that's okay. Yes, though that's not their only function. Here's a question for the class. What other historic purpose did the waterway serve? Oh my god! It's the lesson music! That's hilarious! I can answer that! Shh, don't spoil the fun now. Not everyone did research beforehand, remember? Yeah, isn't this the class music? A fine point. Seaback, what do you think the answer is? Huh? You're asking me? I'm in my liege's presence. I absolutely have to get this right. Professor, I request a hint. How gallant. Very well. This isn't the only entrance. There are many hidden throughout the city. Throughout the city, you say? Seaback, the waterways are right in front of you. Enter them and look around for yourself. That's so funny because he's so right. Yes, sir. It's pleasantly cool in here. There are pathways wide enough for people to walk down on both sides of the water. It's too dark to see much, but I presume the waterways continue for a while. Judging from the wind, there are side passages as well. Oh, it's no use. I feel close, but the answer still eludes me. Okay, bored now. How about you give up on this stupid question and move on? It's been mere minutes. Give me a bit longer. Here's another hint. What would you do if your liege tried to take a walk through here alone? My liege alone? Why, I would insist on accompanying him, of course. Who knows what manner of miscreant could be lurking in these shadows, waiting to strike? Ah, I have it! Did people used to hide in these waterways? Correct, Seabeck. Many tales claim that this place served as a hideout for some residents. Not even I know what sorts of people would stay here, but it's quiet and cool down here. Perhaps it was actually comfortable. Okay, for Riddle to get back in British, I always think of Kingdom Hearts Alice. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. That was a bit Mickey Mouse, but anyway. The literature I read said that some of the residents even refer to the hideouts as court. It's fascinating. Oh, so they're talking about the Court of Miracles, but wasn't that under like a grave, though, in the movie? Well done, Zigvolt. That little hint spurred your imagination and led you to the correct answer. Ah, 'tis a simple question indeed for a proud guardian of the great Malleus. Whatever, even I got it. Even now, these waterways mark the lives of people who often... Even now, these waterways mark the lives of people who are often made invisible by Fierce City's outward prosperity. They're a great way to learn about the area's history. Yes, I much prefer the quiet here Yes, I much prefer the quiet here to the noisier sections of the town. I could spend a rather long time here. Yes, they're not exactly a tourist attraction. The most foot traffic they get is from the occasional local out for a stroll. I happened upon this place when I vacationed here years ago, and it was just as quiet then. It was a great spot to relax after many hours of tiring sightseeing. So this place was really more of a memorable date spot for you and your wife. Jamil! My own history is hardly a topic of interest, I assure you. Where did you rest exactly? I'd like to see it for myself. I'm interested to hear more about your travel adventures with your adventures with your wife. What? I think that, like, Malleus, I don't think you realize what you're saying. Like, are you trying to imply they were fucking in the catacombs? Like, what's going on here? For what reason? Malleus just asked you a question. You owe him a proper answer. True, it could give us a deep understanding of this place's history. By all means, tell us more. You guys should probably... I'm gonna say I want to see the restaurant too. I want to be ridiculous. I said this discussion was over. I apologize. I was only engaging in some light banter. I had no idea those four would show such an interest in the topic. I really didn't expect that of you, Cal. My word, youths these days. Damn, sorry, Professor Trent. Now I feel bad. I wanted to be just a little rascal, okay? At any rate, let's go back up top. Apologize for making you listen to an old man reminiscing. An apology is hardly warranted. This was quite a novel experience. You know, I just realized it's been unusually— oh my gosh. You know, I just realized it's been unusually quiet. Is Grim not with us? Now that you mentioned it, he isn't. Where did he go? He'd better not be causing any trouble. Look, there he is on the other side of the bridge. He's standing stock still in front of some building. When did he sneak off? I thought he's looking for some fish or something. I mean, it is a river, but like the rivers in Paris, aren't they like dirty and stuff? Aren't there like, you know, isn't there poop in the river? Maybe not anymore, but wasn't it like sewage? Now see here, Grim, this is unacceptable for you to make any trouble for my liege. Grim, what are you looking at, buddy? What's going on? Red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. Oh gosh. Red, white. He's not even blinking. What's he muttering? Red, white, red, white, red, what the, I can't keep doing this. I can't stop watching this spinny thingy. It's making me all dizzy. Oh, seriously? It's a Barber post. I don't know what this has to do with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but okay. That's a barber's pole. They typically indicate a barber shop. Yeah, I don't remember this part of Hunchback, but okay. I can see staff in white uniforms standing next to old fancy red chairs inside. With all that, with all that on top of using a barber's pole in this day and age, it must be a pretty old-fashioned operation. You think so? Barber shops in Briar Valley all look similar to this one. Seeing it rather. What? Seeing it rather takes me back. I wonder if my old barber is still faring well. I used to go in twice a month. Twice a month? That's a lot of barber visits. My sister only goes once a month for a trim. A proper guard of Malleus must always be properly groomed. I approve of how immaculate your hair always is, Zigvalt. Many of our students can learn from your example. What's that supposed to mean? It's the least I could do in service to such a noble figure. How often do you get your hair cut back at home, Jamil? I've been growing my hair out since middle school, so I don't visit the barber too often. I get the ends evened out once every few months at most. It's more work to take care of my hair, though. He's using rather to mean very much. Oh, I see. If anyone here is stringent about their appearance, it's Riddle. What would you do about your hair in the Queendom of Roses? I love how we're getting hair lore! I thought we were gonna get lore about Esmeralda and shit, bro! I would go to the barber's once a month. My mother scheduled my appointments for me. It was always at the same time, with the same person and the same cut and style. It's important for everything to look neat and trim. That's why I keep my hair cut short. I cut it myself when I first came to our school. Truly? Do you still do so? Cater did not want me doing it for some reason, so now I go to a barber in town just like everyone else. You should probably thank Cater for that. What about you, Malleus? I would summon my own personal hairdresser to the castle. Goodness, that's royalty for you. But I grew tired of how much of a production it was each time. Sometimes I'd ask Lilia to cut my hair while he was doing silvers. They're really into haircuts. I should totally, The shop's got a poster. What's it say? Evaluate your trip by trying a traditional, elevate your trip by trying a traditional Fleur City hairstyle. Oh, that's odd. Like, what's a traditional Fleur City hair? Like, what would that mean? So this shop offers traditional hairstyling for tourists to try. I've seen businesses like that in the Scalding Sands. Oh, really? Can I try one? It does say anyone is welcome, so it's possible according to the sign, at least. What would constitute a traditional Fleur City hairstyle, though? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what exactly? Weren't tall wigs popular in the Shaftlands years ago? Yes, they were fashionable among the aristocracy, along with fox moles on your face. This seems like we're getting out of Hunchback now, because I can't think of a character in Hunchback like that. Sorry, I said fox, didn't I? Faux moles. I believe the townspeople admired the styles and all donned similar wigs on festival days. I do not remember this in Hunchback anyway. I didn't think that fashion was unique to Fleur City. It was popular in many countries. Okay, Grim, I talked to the staff. They told me this hairstyle was especially popular in Fleur City back in the day. Girl? What's that? Wood shavings. In the old days, they would shape these to look like hair and affix them to people's heads. Want to try it? Oh, he's fooling around! Oh, yeah, right, I ain't dumb. I know nobody would put wood shavings on their head. Oh, what better decoration could there be for someone who thinks not but eating, sleeping, and frolicking? What? Oh, yeah? What are you, huh? What is happening here? What is this supposed to imply, huh? Ah, you're clearly the only one who appreciates my charm, Cal. Huh, even the most obvious flattery goes over your head. A wig of wool shavings would suit you well indeed. Come now, it's rude to cause such a commotion in public. If you freshmen don't rein yourselves in, it'll be off with your heads. Pardon the segue, but speaking of commotions... For all the people here, no one seems to realize that the Malleus Draconia is with us. I wonder if that's due to his hat camouflaging his horns. But plenty of people are dressed in flashier and much flashier ensembles. Maybe they think horns are part of the costume. It's good they don't recognize him, though. I was worried we might draw too many crowds, and then we'd have trouble walking around. Agreed. After all, we can hardly use wood shavings to conceal his horns. Were you... oh boy, were you just discussing my horns? No, never! Ugh, Grim's pitching a fit. I think that's our cue to move on. We should check on the other groups anyway. What will your group be doing next? I was thinking of walking around and learning a bit more about the local culture. Would that be acceptable to everyone? Absolutely! I love how Seebeck's the only one. He's just, like, deciding everything. What eager students you all are. I'm truly proud. I hope I don't need to worry about any of you, but do be careful exploring. Yes, Professor. Thank you for joining us. Our time together was most enjoyable. And Cal, Grim, I'll see you both later. Mally is flirting with us a little bit, at least in my imagination. Okay, we still have about 16 minutes on the pre-roll, so that's good. Yeah, we're actually almost done. Like, I feel kind of bad that this stream was so short today, but it's probably best for my voice anyhow, because, like, again, doing all of the voices for the boys is really hard, but I really like this. Like, I like Malleus finally gets to go outside and, like, see, like, the real world and no one recognizes him, so he's not getting swarmed. Where to next? According to the map, the shopping district is right up ahead. What? Oh, like Esmeralda's goat! It's a white goat, and a small one at that. A goat? In the middle of town? It doesn't have a collar either. Does that mean it's wild? Look again. It has a gold earring, and it doesn't appear to be wild. Oh, you're right. It's friendly, too. It's clearly used to being around people. Do not cozy up to Malleus, goat! Yeah, he could have rabies or something. Now you're jealous of a goat? This is so pathetic to watch. I wonder if it ran away from its owner, though a goat is an unusual choice for a pet. That goat is no pet. It's not wild either, mind you. Oh, is Rollo gonna, like, do a racism now that Malleus is here? Like, cause this has been a fun sort of, like, exploring the city type stream. Not that serious, you know? But, like, I'm like, Rollo has been nice to everyone, kinda, except for Malleus, so I'm like, I wonder if something's gonna happen here that'll transition us into the next book, you know? Why, hello there, Rollo. Are you making your rounds? Just so, I was slightly concerned about how you all were faring. Yeah, like, he's putting the thing up to his nose. I'm like, can he smell Malleus? Can he smell that he's fey? Like, what's going on? If the goat isn't a pet, and it isn't wild, then what is it? It's cared for by the whole city. You might call it a community goat. Oh, okay, so kind of like the cats in Turkey and stuff like that, right? I've heard of community cats, but never goats. Exactly, I was just thinking about that. We consider goats to be bringers of good luck here in Fear City. We treat them with care. They say if you're kind to one, it will come running to your aid when you're in trouble. It's interesting because, like, obviously that's something in the movie with Esmeralda and stuff, but it's interesting how, like, the stuff from Esmeralda has become a tradition when you'd think they'd do the opposite in that, like, Rollo hates-like stuff from, like, the, you know, like, that came from the Romani characters, but I guess they're not really doing that. They're gonna focus more on the Fae, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. The fact it wasn't in any of the books Interesting. That fact wasn't in any of the books I read before coming here. They're considered ordinary animals here, the same as cats and dogs. It hardly merits writing about. Yeah, but like a travel blog would write down that sort of thing. If they're highly regarded here, then we must be careful in how we treat them. It seems to have taken a shine to you, Malleus. Look at the way it follows you around. How unusual. Most animals tend to be afraid of me. You must be quite fearless, little one. Wait a minute. What is it, Jamil? Nothing. You clearly stopped yourself from saying something. It makes me wonder what you're hiding. I was just thinking, maybe the goat saw Malleus. What? Maybe the goat saw Malleus's horns and thinks he's one of them? That's ridiculous. One of them? Mother! He thinks he's his mommy? Is that what you're telling me? That the goat thinks Malleus is his mommy? What? Wretched goat! How dare you! You presume to treat my liege as one of your brethren? Your piddly horns are nothing compared to his! Now you're leaping and bounding about! Get back here! You shall pay for your insolence! This is so funny! What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with all of you? Don't chase it! What part of we treat them with care did you not understand? I apologize for his appalling lack of manners. Look, the goat's hopping just out of Seebeck's reach. Is it teasing him? Oh yes, our city's goats are rather clever. They also sometimes help local businesses by hauling goods. The smarter they are, the more mischievous they can be, but we love them all the same. It doesn't fear me at all. What an amusing creature. I like that. Oh, I like it too, Malleus. Oh, look on Malleus's face. What? Wretched goat! You must learn your place! Again, you're not in competition with the goat. This is so silly. Seebeck beefing with the goat. This is the best. I think that's my favorite chapter so far today. Good lord. This is so, like, what is your problem, Seebeck? Oh, goodness gracious. Time certainly flies when you're strolling around the city. I'm curious to see what kind of souvenirs they have here, but we don't have much time before the meetup. Yes, we can't be late for the rendezvous. Tardiness would be entirely unacceptable. You sound very, oh gosh, emphatic about that. Then perhaps you should head to the rendezvous point soon. You'll find plenty of souvenirs in the festival square. Is there anything else you'd like to see before you go? So he's being kind of polite, even though Malleus is here, which makes me suspicious. Seebeck, what would you like to do? Huh? Me, sire? Yes, I'd like to hear your thoughts as the youngest of our group. Why, I wouldn't dream of asking you to indulge any requests of mine. I don't mind. I was discussing this very thing with Rosehearts and Viper while you were chasing the goat. You're a freshman. I'm willing to humor a little self-indulgence on your part. Agreed. So go on. Don't be shy. I can tell by the look on your face you have something in mind. Not at all. My interests are the same as all of yours, studying history and... Now I see you're hungry. No, I'm really not. It's all right, you know. I'm interested in trying some local foods myself. Yes, it might be oh gosh. Yes, it might be nice to experience some of Fleur City's culinary offerings. Flamme, are there any good eateries in the area you would recommend? You want my recommendation? Alright then, come with me. Sorry about this, human! Human?! Seebeck, what?! That's Rollo Flamme to you. Like, Seebeck, you're about to cause, like, an international incident! What do you mean, human?! That was weird. Like, you didn't need to say that. This place is good for simple local fare. Is it a cafe? I notice a lot of outdoor seating. It's actually a fromagerie, a store that, a fromagerie. It's actually a fromagerie, a store that specializes in cheese. Oh yes, I can see an array of different cheeses inside. Oh, I read about this. Fleur City is famous for its cheese. Is this a well-known, oh my gosh, guys, sorry. Now I'm starting to get, like, choked up. Is this a well-known store, Rollo? One of the better-known ones, yes. Our city has a great many fromageries. Bread and cheese have been staples of ours for a long while, and nowadays we produce many types of cheese. It's funny we're so obsessed with Rollo's racism when Seebeck exists. Yeah, I know, right? I'm waiting for him to do something. Meanwhile, Seebeck always be doing something. And thank you for the hydrate, cat. Honestly, okay, this may be TMI, but like, it's okay. If you're in the Twisted Wonderland stream, you're a real one. I don't burp naturally. So, with my stomach acid thing, I think that, like, that's the problem. I probably, like, after the stream is done, just need to go burp or something. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, when I saw, like, when you watch a movie or something, or like a TV show and the characters burp after drinking soda, I would always be like, oh, that's so gross. Why would they do that? You know what I mean? Like, why would they, like, control yourselves? Like, what's happening? But, like, I only started, like, figuring out recently that people burp automatically and they're not doing it on purpose. Like, some people do it on purpose if they feel like they have to, but, like, it's like, it's a little automatic, kind of like hiccuping, I guess, for some people, but it's not for me. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a whole thing. So maybe, like, I feel like I have, like, the, like, air in my throat. But I'm like, maybe this is, like, the source of all of my problems. But that's a whole other story. I hear a lot of people with the thing that they think that I have, like the, esophagus reflex thing, like they also can't burp. By, like, can't, they don't mean physically can't, they mean, like, it doesn't come naturally if their body has to do it. So, Calxiyn, fun fact, but kinda gross. Kinda gross. Their particular establishment also runs a cafe, and their menu is themed around their cheeses. That makes sense. Now that you mention it, I see the people sitting outside all have pieces of bread that are loaded with cheese. Well, now that I've gotten you here, I'll be taking my leave. Sorry for the extra trouble. Sorry for the extra trouble, Flame. You have my gratitude, human. Once again, my name is Rollo. Rollo Flame. Yeah, see how he has the handkerchief again? Like, I feel like he hates their ass, bro. Do enjoy your time in Fleur City. It'll be the last enjoyable thing you ever do. That's what I think is happening. Could also be autoimmune gastritis. My sister has it. Interesting. I don't know. So they have to do a Barnum swallow or something for me, like a table test, but like they never called, so I don't know. The reason why I thought it was LPR is because it, like, the coughing when I was like really sick, when I was coughing during May and I couldn't stop, it was coming from like right here where my diaphragm is, and that's like what the whole LPR thing, it's like the stomach muscle that's underneath your diaphragm. But yeah, if your sister like feels coughing coming from her diaphragm, I would be like interested to know if maybe it's that instead. They don't actually know what's wrong with me. They were like, okay, we'll give you some stomach acid medication and hopefully it'll stop or whatever. And you'll also, like, we'll refer you to a specialist. But I'm like, when is the specialist gonna call me? Because it's been like 4 months and they haven't called me. Like, if there was something seriously wrong with me, I could be dead by now. You know, I have to call my doctor, actually. I have to be like, first of all, do I just take these forever? Like, what are we doing? And then also, like, they haven't called me for the appointment, so I don't know what all that's about. But yeah, this is my first day in a long time not taking the stomach acid medication, and so I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll figure out today whether or not the cough was actually from the acid or not. I forgot to say, but your hair color looks beautiful. What happened to the red hair? They're all wigs. So, I just changed it today. Because, for the Glorious Masquerade, I wanted to, like, evoke Malleus. But yeah, this is a wig, the red one's a wig, so I just changed it. I'll put in our food and drink orders. Malleus, you and everyone else are welcome to have a seat and wait. All right, I have our snacks. Wow, it smells amazing. A fresh baked baguette sandwich with ham and cheese. So much cheese, in fact, it's spilling out of the Okay, I didn't need to hear that. I don't like that. Please keep the cheese contained in the bread, guys. I'll have one. This is rather nice. I enjoy the richness of the cheese. They said it was goat cheese. There were too many kinds to choose from, so I picked the most popular items on the menu. Again with the goats, They do really love them around here. The cheese is softening from the heat of the baguette. I find that gives it a distinctive lingering aftertaste. Yes, it has a nice depth of flavor that pairs well with the saltiness of the ham. Damn, I don't even know how they would write this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think about food this much. Like, I would never be able to, like, think about it in that way, you know what I mean? I also don't like cheese unless it's, like, hard or completely melted. Like, no in between, you know what I mean? You know, one would never be able to truly appreciate this without sampling it firsthand, even if they had all the knowledge in the world. Hands-on experiences are most intriguing. Yes, Malleus, for your development as a ruler, right? I wonder if Lilia had this same sandwich when he visited Flu City. I should thank him for encouraging me to come on this trip. When Lilia was alive, they were probably burning down the city. It was that long ago. This sandwich has cheese made from cow's milk as well as a grape compote. By all means, try it. I like how they use compote instead of jam. Like, it's so random, but, like, even in the harvesting event, they were always saying compote and not, like, apple compote, grape compote. They never use jam. I don't know why. Certainly, just as soon as I have a drink. What's this? The coffee you gave me is rather sweet. It has milk in it as well. Did you perhaps... bitter. Yes, I must have your coffee. I assume you accidentally switched them. My apologies, sir. Oh, so he takes his coffee black? Oh, you take your coffee with milk and sugar, Seabeck. I merely happen to be in the mood for it. It's not like I can't stand black coffee or anything. Why are you so defensive? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. People have different tastes, you know. But you get hung up on the strangest things. Not everything has to be a point of pride. Jamil's right. In fact, there was an incident just recently where you dug your heels in over a matter of personal pride during a club meeting, and I would prefer if you refrained from discussing my blunders in Malleus's presence. Actually, I'd like to hear this, Rosehearts. I'm most curious to know what Seabeck is like normally. Oh, you have it all wrong, my liege. I always comport myself in a way that befits my status as your guard. Riddle says that, but he has that smile. I'll content myself with knowing that you're bonding with people from outside Briar Valley. It's reassuring. Oh, Malleus, such kind words. Are you crying? This cheese is unusually salty. Those are your tears. Let's finish up and move on, shall we? We still have much more of the city to enjoy. That's crazy. That is so funny. Like, I don't know what to make of that. So Malleus takes his coffee black, and then Seabeck takes it with cream and sugar. Oh, and that's it. Yeah, so this was a little bit short, guys, not gonna lie. I mean, it's not like that's a bad thing or anything. But yeah, I don't know, I just expected a bit more lore, if that makes sense. Like, I liked all the references to Hunchback that they did make. But I was expecting, like, a little bit more, like, we were gonna find out, like, secret things, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. And we didn't find out too many secret things. But, I mean, maybe next time, right? Compote is boiled fruit that is left with most of its water. If you were to let it simmer for longer, add more sugar, it would be jam. Oh, okay, so they're actually different. Oh, I thought that they were just using that as like a stand-in for jam, like interchangeable. Okay, Interesting. I wonder if Japan does more like compote than jam then. Because like during the festival, I swore that they were just talking about regular jam, but they kept using compote instead. But yeah, I thought that that was good like for the world building and getting to know the city and like kind of also learning more about Rollo, because what's interesting with Rollo right now is that he's not mean, at least not yet. So I'm like, does something possess him and make him go crazy? Is he just hiding his hatred? Like he's really good at covering up how he really feels? That's the only thing throwing me off, is I thought that he may be more sort of annoyed or rude to like Malleus and Seebeck, but he wasn't. So I don't know if it's just like the spirit of Frollo possesses him later, or, you know, he's just being sneaky, but I don't know. Like, I feel like they're tricking me into liking Rollo, and I won't be deceived. Because, like, I don't know, he's just like a grandpa. Like, he's like, oh, it's good to respect your parents. Like, he doesn't seem evil quite yet, but I'm sure the evil is yet to come, right? So, I'm glad we did all this today. I guess that means next week we'll just do book 3, right? It should be around the same amount of time if the chapters are around this length. I know these chapters are a little shorter, but it seems like, from what I saw earlier, hold on. Yeah, so book 3 is 17 chapters, book 4 is 19 chapters, and book 5 is 18 chapters. And that's like usually what we did with Twisted Wonderland, right? We did about like 20 chapters a stream-ish, you know, for events and stuff, and we were okay. So it should be fine. I mean, maybe worst comes to worst, we'll have to split up, the books in half, but I don't really think that we'll have to do that. Rollo reveals his true colors later, okay. He seems to be semi-constantly glaring, like he's low-key annoyed. Yeah, like, it's low-key, but maybe it's him hiding his annoyance, maybe. I'm interested to see how it all shakes up, but yeah, that's my only, like, I guess, if I had to be, like, my point of disappointment, but I'm not that disappointed. You know, I liked, like, the little figurines and the lore about the goats, and I like how they worked in all the Hunchback stuff. I was just expecting Trend to be like, oh, by the way, the people were oppressed or whatever. I mean, he kind of alluded to that in the waterway, but I feel like we didn't get the big revelation that there was, like, more going on in the history of it all. But I'm sure we'll get more into that later. This was just a nice little, you know, exploring the city, and it focused on Malleus, Azul, and Edea, right? And then the other characters were kind of like, I mean, they got some nice moments too. But it's more about, like, Malleus and his relationship with the city, Edea, and, like, his outing with his friend. Like, it's more Azul, Edea, and Malleus development because of the SSR cards, right? But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it was a short one, but with all the voice acting that I've had to do, it's probably for the best. Oh my god. Yeah, like, you guys can hear, right? Even my regular voice, I'm just getting tripped up over my words today, and I feel like it's because of the thing that I mentioned earlier that I bit down on the inside of my mouth. And so I have, like, a big bump there. Like, I feel like I almost have, like, a lisp or something, so. But yeah, I hope that you guys still had fun and enjoyed. It was nice to do just a little bit. I guess now I will either go like script some videos maybe, or I'll just like rest and I don't know, play Uma Musume or something. We'll see, but yeah. I had fun still. Like, I thought that like the interactions were really enjoyable. Seeing more of Rollo and how he interacts with the groups like was really nice. And, like, interesting, just nice to see more of him, even though he's still, like, a shady character, right? But yeah, I will be back. Hold on, actually, let me check the Calxiyn schedule really quick. This is not the right one. Hold on. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Okay. I need to, on Monday and Tuesday, I need to edit, K-pop Demon Hunters, and hopefully that video will be finished. My singing audition's on Wednesday. Thursday I take as my day off for my sanity. I don't know if I'll be streaming God of War next Friday because Hunter and I have to do some recording, but I guess we could always do the recording Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week because next week I shouldn't have anything to edit. I should be back with scripting and stuff maybe. So yeah, I'll talk to Hunter about it. We might record on Friday, which means I won't stream on Friday, but next week I'll definitely be back with Sumeru. Let me write this down. Sumeru Act 4, and then it'll be Twisted Wonderland, Glowmas Book 3, right? So yeah, I don't know about God of War because Hunter and I need a day to record, but like I could always do that like, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, like 21, 22nd, 23rd, or sorry, I should say 21st, 22nd, 23rd, I had those booked off as editing days, but I think I may need to record a bit more desperately than I need to edit, so Hunter and I could always use like the Monday or whatever, and like we could record that instead so I can stream 3 times and still be consistent, but definitely Twisted Wonderland and definitely Genshin. It's the variety that may fall to the wayside this week just because I have my singing audition, and like under a different circumstance, I would use that singing audition day to record with Hunter. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Remember to go finish your Culinary Crucible because that's also what I'll be doing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.